Let's start with the design. The Kia Ceed keeps its signature, tiger nose style, but the grille is wider and more aggressive now, which really emphasizes the hatchback's sporty character. The headlights are now full LED with thin daytime running lights, and the rear taillights are connected by a light bar. This gives the car a modern, almost premium look. In bright colors, like that orange or blue metallic, the Ceed looks especially sharp. The GT line and GT versions add sporty touches, like black accents on the bumpers and 18-inch alloy wheels. The standard 16-inch wheels do look a little modest, but the overall silhouette is low and muscular, and it still turns heads. The starting price in Europe is around 22,000 euros. In my opinion, for that kind of money, the Ceed looks better than most of its competitors, especially if you don't go for the top-tier versions. In terms of size, the Ceed has grown a little. It's now 4,600 millimeters long, 1,800 millimeters wide, and 1,470 millimeters tall, with a wheelbase of 2,650 millimeters. That's a couple of centimeters bigger than the previous model, which gives a bit more legroom in the back for passengers. The ground clearance is 135 millimeters, so it's not for off-roading. It's built for the city and the highway. The trunk holds 395 liters in its standard configuration, and with the rear seats folded down, that goes up to 1,291 liters. The SW, or Sportswagen, version increases that to 625 liters, and 1,694 with the seats down. They don't offer all-wheel drive on this model. It's front-wheel drive only. From my experience testing cars like this, that setup is ideal for people who value maneuverability. But if you're hauling a lot of stuff often, the wagon is definitely the more practical choice. Now, how does it drive? The main news is the updated engine lineup. The base 1.5-liter turbocharged engine puts out 160 horsepower and is paired with either a 6-speed manual transmission or a 7-speed dual-clutch automatic. It goes from 0 to 60 miles per hour in about 8.5 seconds, which is respectable for this class, but it's not a rocket ship. The GT version with the 1.6-liter turbo and 204 horsepower gets it done in 7.4 seconds, and the exhaust note is a bit louder and more pleasant. The suspension is still on the stiffer side, but it's comfortable. On the 18-inch wheels, the Ceed holds its line confidently, and the steering feels a little sharper. On the highway at 75 miles per hour, the noise insulation is pretty good, though you can still hear the tires. In my view, the Ceed is one of the best in its class when it comes to balancing handling and comfort, especially if you're not expecting track day performance. And what about the comfort inside? The cabin feels more spacious thanks to that longer wheelbase, and the materials are a step up. You get soft-touch plastics on the dashboard and cloth or leather upholstery in the higher trims with neat stitching. The driver's seat has good side bolstering, but you only get lumbar adjustment in the more expensive versions. The rear seat is comfortable for 2 adults. A third person would be a tight squeeze. The infotainment system is a 10.25-inch screen with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and I'm happy to see they kept the physical buttons for the climate control. In the top trim, you get a heads-up display, a wireless charging pad, and a JBL audio system. But the base trim still comes with an 8-inch screen and cloth seats, so it's not luxurious. I think Kia made the right move by not getting rid of all the physical controls. In 2025, that's becoming pretty rare. On to pricing. The test model I had was a GT line with the 1.5 TGDI engine, the dual-clutch transmission, a panoramic sunroof, and the full safety package, and it came out to about 28,500 euros. That's on the expensive side for the C segment, but it's competitive next to something like a Skoda Octavia or a VW Golf. The base classic trim, for around 22,000 euros, already includes LED headlights, cruise control, and 6 airbags, which is pretty decent. The mid-range prestige trim, at about 25,000 euros, is the sweet spot, with the larger screen, climate control, and a rear-view camera. In my opinion, splurging for the GT version is only worth it for true driving enthusiasts. For most people, the 160 horsepower is more than enough, and the price difference is pretty significant.